No one will know if you skipped that gym session realistically. No one will know you had that extra food. No one will know if you didn't do something that you said you were going to do, or that you were going to quit your job, or tell your boss how it is, or stand up for yourself.
In 3 weeks, I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh, I like that.
That made that massive goal feel so easy now, didn't it? Motivation isn't your problem. It's the excuse you use when you're scared of discipline. If motivation worked, I don't think most men would still be stuck. How many times have you been motivated and done absolutely nothing? I can think of some for myself. My entire weight loss journey prior to that, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And this spans back years. I did nothing. I was missing something. I don't know if you can resonate with that as well.
100%.
Yeah?
100%. I was in the same situation as you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same as starting strong on Mondays. Ready to go, let's go to work. I love my job.
You decide in the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm starting from Monday. Monday is the day.
It's all going to change. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then it gets to Thursday.
Yeah.
And you're done.
Yeah.
You don't like anyone, no one likes you.
It depends, but yeah, most cases, yeah.
But it's fine. You get on the weekend, you go watch your favorite podcast, you go in your reels, send it to your friends. You might read a bit of a book. You're ready to go. You're doing this. And then 3 to 5 days later, you're back at work on Monday, doing the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
You know you can do better. No, I know I can do better.
Yeah.
We can all do better.
Everyone knows that they can do better.
Yeah. And I think the problem is that motivation, it makes you feel powerful in that moment. But then when you discover discipline and you apply it, you actually become powerful.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling it, you actually are powerful.
Yeah.
You know?
It's temporary.
Yeah. And I think when that kind of made the switch for me, it was when I was probably at the worst in my life. I was newly single after 5 years. I was fat. I was addicted to drugs. I was addicted to alcohol. I was like, something needs to be done. So I had to figure out, how am I going to lose the weight? How am I going to get off these drugs, get off these alcohol? And I made systems and routines to follow.
I remember, bro.
Yeah, you remember?
I remember all the things on your phone, and checking the calories, everything, counting the days.
It looked difficult, but it wasn't.
Yes, to me it was strange.
Yeah.
I never understood to like 100% when back then.
Yeah.
But looking back at it now, yeah,
it makes sense.
Yes,
because initially I had to do all of that, but then when I went through my day, because I had it on the lists and I knew what I needed to do, I had the non-negotiables. I just knew I had to hit X amount of calories on these days and just carry on.
Yeah. You were very strict with it, very strict.
Yeah. I mean, I
remember.
You must have gone through the same thing as well when you watched me as well.
Yes, I've pretty much followed the same journey as you. I literally followed your footsteps.
Yeah.
If you remember, because I saw you starting, and then you told me about it, and I was like, yeah, okay. But then I saw the results, and I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I want that too. And then, you know, I like came to you and asked you more about it, and I got as well into it myself.
Yeah, you did it in your own way as well. For you, it was just cutting out the bad stuff, wasn't it? It wasn't complicated, was it?
It wasn't, yeah. Well, to me, it was pretty much, I love sweets, and I had to cut them down. I love my chocolate, but
still do
I just had to, still love it every now and then. But I'm very careful now. Then I just didn't care. Whenever I felt like it, or whenever I wanted, I was just going for it.
Yeah.
But for me, wasn't as difficult as it was for you, because we were different weights.
I was significantly fat. I was a big.
I didn't have to lose that much amount of weight, but the journey was very similar.
Yeah,
it worked for me in a different way than it worked for you.
Yep.
And I had to have different procedures.
Yeah, the principle was the same.
Yes.
We both had to lose weight, but we went 2 different ways. But the main principle behind it was, we knew what we needed to do. We stuck to it. No matter what, we woke up, we craved something.
Yes.
We just had to hit those calories, or for you is not have the sweets that day, or hold off, or eat properly before you have the sweets so you don't have as many.
Yeah.
And that just compounded over time. Next thing you know, you look in the mirror, or I come to your house, you're like, where's Sean gone?
Yes. I remember, do you remember when we haven't seen each other for like a long time? It's been like a month or something, something like that. And I've seen you and I was like, what? I was like, what are you
Yeah.
doing, bro?
And the crazy thing is, in all those moments and the progress I made, I had many days where I fucked up and I slipped up. Many days. I had more, I had too much. But you know what I did? Instead of being sad about it or beating myself up, I just continued the next day.
Yes, you didn't,
didn't-
stop. Yeah.
no, I didn't
or you
punish
didn't
myself.
went.
No, didn't
On
punish
the-
myself. I didn't have less the next day. I just carried on.
Yes.
And that is what made the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't going all in. I was just being kind to myself and just realizing.
Yeah. It's not necessarily a mistake.
No.
It is a choice that you've done, realizing, even though realizing it's still not what you have to do towards achieving your goal, but it just happens.
When you're
It's still part of the journey.
Yeah.
I consider it.
Yeah, it doesn't go like that. It'll go up and down. I've said this
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
It's going to be like deja vu for some people. You go up, you go down,
We are humans
and
at the end of
eventually
the
it goes
day.
up. Yeah. And I imagine the same applied to you as well.
Yes,
When you did
100%. I had nights when I would wake up.
Yep.
Because I was dreaming eating chocolate. I was dreaming eating chocolate, bro, and I had to go and get some.
It's difficult. I had that as well.
But this was after a long period of time of forcing myself and being strict with my diet and following what I had to follow. I would force myself, even though I wanted some sweet or whatever I wanted. I would say to myself no, and I would stick to it. But then I was getting to a point where I just
that's fine.
lost it.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's fine. And it gets easier as you go along as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, once you consistent and you keep following the whatever goal it is, but once you keep following it and you know what you have to do, it becomes normal.
It becomes effortless, doesn't it?
Yes, it's just part of it, and you don't really struggle with your thoughts about, oh, but I want some chocolate, or you just realize that it worked. You see the results, and then you just stick to it like it's another day.
I'm the same. And take it from me, I was a big boy growing up. I was always the fat kid, always. I went skinny for one period of my life when I got tall, and then it just went downhill from there. I know about like food cravings and stuff, and it's that I think that is the hardest addiction is food for lots of people.
Yeah, of course.
It really is. So I get it. Same for you as well. We both get it.
Yeah.
And I think what I got from you was what you were saying there is the thing that always motivation relies on doesn't really help us. So it's based on emotions. It's inconsistent. It depends on your mood. It depends on your energy on the day. It depends on your environment.
It depends on how you feel and all this stuff. I don't think with motivation you can force yourself for a long period of time. That's enough to achieve anything.
I agree.
You cannot achieve.
No.
To me personally,
No, you're
it
right.
didn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Being motivated to do something, it's fine. But it doesn't keep you going every single day.
No.
It gets to a point where you act and operate based on your thoughts and emotions and feelings and all this stuff that literally takes away all the juice, if I can say it, from your goal.
I agree. And it's, even though it's what makes us human and it makes us who we are, if too much of something can always be bad,
Yeah.
It's all of those things makes us human beings.
Yeah.
And it all gives us our positive qualities. But if we let them get a hold of us, and take control, we just become an animal of just wanting things, getting things, wanting things.
Yeah. It's mind games.
Yeah.
Because if you let your mind taking control over you, it doesn't, in most cases, doesn't end up very well.
No, we've got a part of our brain which wants the very basics for survival. And then we have this nice human part of our brain, which is like now we're more complex than that and we can achieve more. But we're constantly fighting between the other side of our brain.
Yes, they're fighting because one is comfort.
Yeah.
One is what you actually have to do.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a constant fight that you have, and we all have it. And we all know deep in our souls, we know we have this.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though maybe some people try to ignore it or whatever, it's there.
Yeah,
and we all know it.
Yeah, accept it, and it's who you are. And some people have it more than others. Like I said, with me always being a big boy, I've just got a crazy food drive. And by now I know the first time in 24 years, I finally got a hold of it.
Yeah.
2.5 decades of.
Constant fight.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I was fighting. I was just letting it be. And where did it get me?
Yeah, you just went with the flow.
Yeah.
And
That
you
never
just
gets you anywhere.
yeah. It
Yeah.
gets you
Yeah,
to
but it's
somewhere, but
yeah,
not
where you
a
want to
very
be.
yeah, it's not a very nice place.
Yeah. And the difference is when it comes to discipline, it's a system. You follow it. It's rules. It's instructions, and they're easy ones. And it's like a default. Like I said to you before, I said, do you have to remember to brush your teeth in the morning?
Yes, exactly. It's just part
No.
of
Now,
start of the
us
day.
ADHD listeners might be like, yeah, sometimes I do. But as a general rule, speaking to myself there, you don't, because you do it. You get in the bathroom, you do what you need to do, and you brush your teeth.
Yeah, it's
Before you go to bed, you brush your teeth.
you do it without thinking.
Exactly.
Oh, well, wait, why do I have to do first? Oh, I have to do this, and then yeah, it
Exactly.
just-
Were you
part of
born? Did you get a toothbrush and go, hi, mum, I'm born, hello. Can I have a toothbrush, please, and brush my teeth? Okay, I know babies don't have teeth, but just get my idea. You know what I'm trying to say?
yes, I 100% understand.
So if you
yeah.
can learn that, you can have a good habit for lots of things, I think. Just apply the very basic fundamentals, you know? And I don't want it to be framed as punishment, like, oh, I need to be disciplined, I need to do this. I've always noticed in movies, there's always like a hero theme where it's like Rocky Balboa maybe, and he's in the gym and he's hitting, and I'm not very good with movies, but I'm guessing that's the right one. And he's suffering, he's sweating. But actually, if you make it easy to do, if you have low resistance to that habit you want to have, it's more self-respect. You're kind of giving yourself what you deserve. You know?
Yes, I think any goal that you want to achieve, it needs some sort of discipline put into it.
Yeah.
Do you have system that you need to follow towards achieving the goal?
Mhm.
It cannot be motivation. You can feel motivated about getting yourself started,
Mhm.
but you need to get yourself into the point where you become disciplined towards achieving your goal, whatever that goal is in life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It applies to anything you want to do in life.
Mhm.
You cannot do only when you're motivated things towards your goal, and you cannot wait for that motivation to one day come to you and
Yeah.
pull you towards doing the right things for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then wait another month. It's never going to get you anywhere.
No, and
Never.
I like the pulling analogy, because you wait for it pulling, it never does. But when you're disciplined, you pull yourself there
Yes, yeah, exactly.
effortlessly.
Yeah.
And one day you wake up and you've done it. You got what you wanted. One day I woke up and my belt had like 10 extra holes in it. None of my clothes fit anymore. And I remember looking in the mirror or putting clothes on. I was like, I'm not going to swear, but I was like, I did it. It was weird. You just one day it clicks and you look and you go, you put an old t-shirt on, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
This happened, you know? That's all that happens. And it wasn't forceful. It's just removed the bad decisions from the equation. It was because it was so easy for me to follow that now.
Yeah.
It would be harder for me not to stick to my diet.
Yeah, it was just part of your life.
Yeah.
It was just something.
It was harder for me to not do
day-to-day
it.
basis, like normal stuff that you had to not to follow, because you wasn't like necessarily following it anymore. You was just doing it because you know what you had to do every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, now when you're doing this and you've got your structures, you'll still at the start, and sometimes you'll always have like an inner war with yourself. There'll be the old you, which you're trying to get away from, and then there'll be the new you. And there's always like a conflict, and you've always got it there. But if you have these systems in place and these habits and these things to do, it's much harder for your old self to break through.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have a chance to. You don't skip that gym session. You don't have that extra slice of pizza maybe. You know, you don't drive instead of walking. I'm using fitness and food because everyone can relate to that, you know?
Yes, of course, yeah.
It just doesn't happen because it's harder for you to do the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like you choose the comfortable, but then you're kind of disrespecting your new identity.
Yeah.
You think
not having self-respect.
Yes, because you think the new version of me would not do this. This doesn't respect who I am now. And I think the biggest lever that you can watch for people who really change their lives is what I've noticed and what other people have said, they change their appearance. And I looked back at myself and I went, oh my God. Yeah. Because when I went through my transformation, I dyed my hair blonde. I got a new haircut. I got piercings in my ears. And when I looked in the mirror, the old Sean wasn't there with his massive head and his ridiculous big curly hair looking like a bobblehead. It's still a bobblehead, but you know what I mean? He wasn't there. And they were skinny Sean now. So how the hell could I go back to the old, because I wasn't there.
Yes.
Obviously he was there and I'm still a muppet, but you know what I'm trying to say? And that is makes the biggest difference.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I always think about who I used to be in my past, and I don't want to go back. I have many, many moments of my past that I am proud of, and I'm thankful for all my difficulties and all my struggles and all the obstacles and everything, that all this struggle and hard moments in my life, I love them because it built up myself. Like it built up who I am today, you know? So I'm not sorry for any of that, but I have my moments where I'm not proud.
It comes back,
yes. And when I think about it, I'm like, no, man, I have to keep going, and I need to.
And how good does it feel afterwards?
Oh yeah,
man, because it reinforces the idea, like, I'm not that person anymore. Definitely, if you made very big changes to who you are, and definitely when it comes to, like, I think of men just being angry, that's a big one. Yeah, I know all men watching this can be like, yeah, I used to be an angry guy when I was a teenager and everything, and you know, you were, I was.
To me, being motivated is lying to yourself.
Yeah.
To me personally, being motivated to a point is like lying to yourself. You're doing something towards it, even though you realize you've done it for 3 days and then you continued with like your comfortable life.
It's a dopamine hit, isn't it?
Yeah. And then being disciplined, the results of being disciplined, even after you achieve your goal or even before doing that, you still feel proud of yourself because you know, even though you're not there yet, you still look back and you can see the old version of you and you can see what you're doing today. So you still feel proud. But motivation, as I said, is kind of lying to yourself. You're doing something. It is. Because you do it for a few days and then you stop, and then maybe you do it for a month, but then you're like, oh, this is hard. Let me chill. And then you like go down and slowly come back to who you was without even realizing.
Exactly. It sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Just like the positive
it's very
change.
tricky. Motivation is very tricky to me, and I don't like the concept of motivation. I don't apply to that, and I don't like it. It is not, for me personally, not a thing that I want to follow in my life.
And if you would to rely on motivation, you have to kind of think, without that motivation, who would you actually be? If you didn't have systems of discipline, what would you be? What would I be? You know, and what do you do that no one will ever notice or know? Like I said to you earlier,
I don't even want to think who I would be.
Exactly.
I don't want to.
And people listening will think that as well. You know, no one will know if you skipped that gym session realistically. No one will know you had that extra food. No one will know if you didn't do something that you said you were going to do, or that you were going to quit your job, or tell your boss how it is, or stand up for yourself. No one knows that you're going to do that, but only you know.
But discipline is the same.
Yeah.
You do 100 push-ups every night in your room, just by yourself. Nobody knows, but at the end of it, you're proud of it, and that's all it matters. That's the difference between motivation and discipline. Yeah,
it builds up. I'd say discipline. It builds up the self-trust in yourself, like you said.
And self-respect.
And self-respect, because you told yourself you're going to do something, you do it, and then your brain goes, "Oh, this guy, me, actually does what he's going to say."
Yes.
And it compounds over time. And next thing you know, you got self-respect, and you do things you never thought you do because you know you're going to follow through with it.
Yes, being disciplined gets very well control over yourself, and you do get a lot of self-respect out of being disciplined. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and I think it's you can use it as a form of like emotional regulation as well, because what we haven't touched on actually is lots of these dips in motivation are all emotions. You get annoyed, you get sad, you get angry, you go for that chocolate, guilty. Or, you know, you say you don't feel like it, you're depressed, so you don't go to the gym, for example.
Yeah.
And when you learn to not ignore those, but you understand them, you go, why am I feeling that? And you still go, and it doesn't become an obstacle. The emotional eating goes away. The lack of motivation, that's a bad word to say. The lack of drive to go to the gym disappears.
Yeah.
You know?
I was there.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But also when I became disciplined, I had 2-3 in the morning nights being in the gym and working properly, training. So yeah, I've been, and you as well, been in both places, being just motivated and being just disciplined.
Nothing ever happened with motivation. It was just a constant vicious cycle. I spent years, months, even when everything's going well, it still happens every now and again. You catch yourself and you just quickly just fix it.
Bro, I'm disappointed in myself thinking back at those times where I was literally lying to myself that I'm doing well, knowing I'm not doing well, because I was just I was motivated. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Oh, I've done 30 push-ups today. It's better than nothing. You know, oh, I woke up a bit earlier, but yeah, like I was just little things like this, and would make me.
Yourself.
I was lying to myself and make myself feel better.
Yeah, man.
Because I knew if I would come to you, you would tell me the truth about it, and or to a true friend that actually cares about you.
Yeah.
He will come and say you're not doing well.
Yeah,
and I didn't want it to hear that, so I had to lie to myself, you know. So I've been there. I know how it is.
Vice versa.
I hate it. Yes, I hate it.
If you can just get rid of that or keep that to
yes,
that is the key, isn't it?
Yes.
And I think
compared to who I am today, yes, I would give anything to don't have these times of my life. But in the same time, it's part of the journey and part of realization of what you actually have to do, what was good, what mistakes you've done, and what you have to do towards not putting yourself in that situation again. Yeah,
don't be ashamed. It happened. You can't change it.
I'm not ashamed. Yeah, I'm talking from the camera.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
I don't care.
I'm addressing all of us.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Don't be ashamed of it. It's part of your story. It's part of who you are. You can't change it, but you can change the future.
Yeah, you can't change your past, but you can also build up your future and make it up to be the way you want it to be.
And these little micro disciplines you have and these structures and these systems that you have now is going to change your future massively.
Yeah, you don't have to go crazy from Monday.
Yeah.
You have to just start, and that's all it matters. You just have to, like, little changes every day, and all these tiny victories at the end will make up
massive victories.
A massive difference.
You don't wake up one day and you've got massive biceps. It doesn't know unless you're this guy, but it happens over time. And then you look in the mirror one day and you're like, wow, I did it. And all it
didn't happen to me by having.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Shut up. All it was 3 sets of 10, 3 times a week in your biceps. Realistically.
Yeah.
For lots of, it could be, you know, and that's what it took. And at that time, isn't that, in the grand scheme of things, that's not much, it doesn't take much out your day. It's, you know, and the good thing about the discipline is that it heals the part of you that broke all those promises to yourself as well. It kind of gets rid of that in a way. And then you can trust yourself, you know?
Yeah, I wanted to get more definition on my muscles.
Yeah.
And I didn't have dumbbells, I didn't have anything. I wasn't going to the gym. I was doing whatever I could home. And then I set up a plan and 5 days a week, 100 push-ups a day.
Not many people can stick to that.
No, but listen, I was doing 4 sets.
Okay.
25. 25, 25, 25. That's what I was doing.
You broke it up. I like
that.
Yeah.
Not in one time. No. So 4 sets, 25 each a day. That's it. In 3 weeks, I could already see a difference.
The good point that you're making, the reason why you did it is 4 times 25 is a lot easier than 1 times 100, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And that's why I said I didn't have to go crazy and force myself to do 100 in one time.
Yeah.
I was doing 25.
Yeah.
As I said just earlier, little changes. And in 3 weeks, I was looking at myself in the mirror. And I was like, oh, I like that.
3 weeks.
Yeah. But I could see a change. I could literally see a change.
That made that massive goal feel so easy now, didn't it? Because you broke it down.
Yes, now I train and it is not, I don't think about it anymore. I'm not like, how do I feel? But it's late and, you know, I need to wake up. No, bro. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel like a pizza. No. Even if I have a pizza, okay, fine. But I'm still training. Yes. Like it's still part of the day and I'm doing it. And it doesn't matter what I train. I still do something. I'm not have one day where I'm like, bro, even if I do 30 push-ups in one day and that's it. That's all I've done, let's say, which is not the case. But let's just say I'm doing 30 push-ups in one day because that's all I feel like. I'm still doing something. I'm not letting the day to go without, if it's a training day, I'm not letting it go without me doing absolutely nothing about it. Because that day is gone, it's not coming back. And I'm looking at yesterday and I'll feel ashamed. And I'll hate myself. And I'll punish myself. And
it's not the healthiest thing to do, but we're all human.
Yes, yeah.
For you that works, I think. For some people that won't work. So it's a good point to make, that you'll find what works for you.
Yes,
you punishing yourself works, but for some people they take it overboard.
I'm scared of becoming who I used to be.
Yeah.
And that keeps me going.
That fear keeps you going.
I'm not a coward or anything like that, but knowing how lazy I used to be back then, years and years ago, it scares me looking back at it and thinking I could become that.
Yeah.
I cannot fathom that concept of.
That is fear. That's not motivation of not doing that. Is pure fear.
And it helps. It helps.
Yeah, I'm the same when if I'm getting my appetite, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not doing this again. I'm not I'm not doing this again.
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm the same.
You can't. It's just because I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah,
you're not that person.
No.
You know. So
used to, but not anymore.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
What we've both come to learn, we've made our own frameworks, and to me they sound about the same. It's one rule, one thing we do, the standard that we do that thing, and then it's what's the non-negotiable to that regardless. So for me, or for you most likely as well, it was go to the gym, work hard, there's a different word there, but I'm not going to say it, and go twice a week. That's it. And I said twice a week because if you go 3, for me personally, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, you might burn out. Then you're back to square one. But all you've got to do is the bare minimum, or what's the best for you.
Something.
And that's it.
Just something.
And over time, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And once you've got that nipped in the bud, you go to the next one. And you apply this, it's the same action, the same time, every week, no negotiation. Unless your leg falls off or something. But other than that, and that's it. And it stops your brain being overloaded. You don't have to think about it. You just know Tuesday, Wednesday are the gym days, for an example. You're going to go there, you're going to...
No excuses accepted.
You're going to go to failure, you're going to do what you set out to do, you're going to finish your workout. Doesn't matter if it's a terrible one, you feel rubbish, you don't get your numbers. That happens to all of us, happens to me all the time.
Yeah, it's all... We can't go too deep into this, but it all depends, like sleep and...
Exactly.
Whatever,
but that's what makes a difference. I believe that even if all of that is terrible, unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or you're training to be Mr. Olympia, you having 2 less hours of sleep isn't really going to make that big of a difference.
Bro, think about it, how many bad training days you had, but you still went for it, and you knew it won't be the same how it was, I don't know, the last day you've been, and you won't get any progress or whatever, like bigger numbers or whatever, but you still went there, you've showed yourself there, like you went there and you've done it,
and this
regardless of whatever the results were.
Yeah, and I believe this is the framework of so many people who get what they want in life, and they do what they need to do, and they hit their goals. It's no crazy things. I used to think when I was younger, these guys with everything they want, or guys or people, everything they wanted, they went to the gym. I was like, these guys, they must be so motivated. They're not. There's so many times they go there, they're just doing it. They're going through the motions. But that's what it takes.
Yes.
And it's easy.
I have days when most of my days, I hate training.
Yeah.
I cannot say I enjoy it. To me, it's not enjoyable.
But it's easy.
But I love the results, so it keeps me going.
And it's easy, isn't it?
Yes, it's easy. Like I don't think about it that way. Oh, I hate it. I have to do it. I don't. That's not how I think about it. But me personally, I cannot say, oh, I loved it. I have days when I just really feel like training, and I start training earlier in the day or whatever. And yes, I go crazy. But most of my days, I don't feel, I'm not having that energy, that feel, I'm like, yes, I go to hurt myself, to be in pain, to hurt my muscle,
I've had moments like that, and I always burnt out at the gym. Every time. I just either injure myself or I just die.
If you go too crazy.
And you go backwards, and I had moments like that. It's a perfect example.
Yeah, but I still do it. Like it's just a part of my day where I know at this time I have to do these exact things. Yes.
Low friction. I got an example of that on my phone. So when I go training, I have a training log, all of my exercises and my...
You're very
But it is because I don't have to go to the gym and I don't go, what am I training today? What did I do last time? What machine was that?
Yeah.
I just go to my thing there, and this is probably 3-4 years worth.
Yeah.
And it's just there, and I just look at it. I know it looks like a mess, but that's it. And then I've got one when I'm training at home. Same thing again. I just look at that. All I have to think about is that set. I'm just going to work.
Yeah, you just
gonna
look
do
and be like, okay, that's what I'm doing.
I don't. Even if I don't hit those numbers, it doesn't matter. And the good thing as well, you monitor progress. You know if I'm actually moving the needle.
Yeah.
That's why the systems are there for. So you know if you're improving at something as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we've covered that quite well today, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was quite condensed compared to the rest, but
yeah.
Just try to
This
slightly
is
different
a
delivery.
good topic as well to talk about. Discipline versus motivation is it can confuse you.
Yes, it can be because they can overlap a lot, and sometimes it's hard to distinguish it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But once you get a bit of knowledge and you realize how different they are, you probably you will end up doing the right things once you realize what motivation gives you and what discipline gives you.
Yeah.
They both offer you something, but in very different ways.
Yeah. So to close up, in this Brothers Network we don't expect perfection. We just expect you to show up, just be there as you are, and then you can just grow together with us.
Yes.
That's it. That's all we're here for.